Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Starco here. Yeah, obviously that's me. That's my channel, so I'm guessing it's me. Hey, so what's up, guys? Today we are going to be going with finally our Thanos Alliance Battle Extreme guide. Here's the team I'm actually using for this. Thanos with as lead, obviously, with Ibarima on the left and Black Dwarf on the right. Um, there's actually another combination if you go with this team setup is to actually replace a Black Dwarf with Hela. They'll actually help you if you want to go with 45% in your defense on your build. You can get the rest from Hela team up with Thanos. So those are two possible combinations. I do not recommend going with the Cabal team. For one big reason is that the Cabal team, when they actually strike, it's only when you are getting it, and since you have a bunch of iframe, shield, I do not recommend going with the Cobble team for that. With Ibarima and Black Dwarf, it's actually they strike when you are attacking. Hela, I'm not sure if she actually strike, but if she does, well, I don't know. I didn't check it. She doesn't do enough damage to even matter if you put her there instead of Black Dwarf. So those are the two options I recommend. Black Dwarf, no, Thanos with Ibarima and Black Dwarf, or Thanos with Ibarima and Hela. So now if we take a quick look at the stats on Thanos, but also guys, this is not actually my account, it is a friend account. They lend me his account to actually do this Alliance Battle Extreme guide because his Thanos was a little bit better than mine, so that's why I'm using his account for that. So here we're going to take a quick look. Like most characters, you want max skill cooldown, max ignore defense. If you can, you want to max critical damage and critical rate as high as you can too. In the attack speed on Thanos doesn't really matter. I tested with max attack speed with attack speed under 110%, and I didn't feel any difference at all between that. So the attack speed doesn't really matter on Thanos, but the skill cooldown in your defense, critical damage, and critical rate is really important. And next, if we move at the stats here, this is another reason why I picked this account, because there's a few things in this setup that we could actually optimize if it was our account, and that's actually nice to see a non-perfect setup to actually teach you guys a little bit about this setup. The first gear here, guys, the setup is actually perfect. 2 physical Yuru, 2 critical damage Yuru, 1 critical rate Yuru. Obviously, if your defense is not capped, if your skill cooldown is not capped, you're going to use the Yuru to fix that instead of the crit damage and crit rate. That's in your defense, and skill cooldown you will put there, obviously. But here we're fine on skill cooldown and in your defense because of the uniform bonus. So we went with 2 critical damage, 1 critical rate, and 2 physical attack Yuru. Second gear, this is where we have a mistake on the gear. We have 2 physical attack, which is fine, 1 critical rate, which is fine, but the 2 HP Yuru should actually be replaced with 2 critical damage Yuru. Now probably boost his score a lot if he actually did that. The third gear is another gear that is pretty decently set. We have 2 physical attack, 2 critical rate, and 1 critical damage. And the fourth gear is the same as the third gear, so it's pretty good. The option on the fourth gear, you can go with whatever you need. At first, if your skill cooldown is not capped, it's a good idea to put it there. Then in your defense, then critical damage, then critical rate. Here we went with critical damage again because of the uniform option that actually cap our skill cooldown and in your defense. Next, guys, we're going to look at the ISO set. Here we have Power of the Angry Oak. I actually do not recommend Power of the Angry Oak. Well, I put it in second position for a Thanos. The first position I will put Overdrive. Here's why, guys. Because Overdrive has first 5 attack ISO, you got 2 physical attack, powerful, you got 1 amplifying, and you got 2 kinetic. So that gives you 5 offensive ESO, and you have critical rate, critical damage, all attack, and in your defense on this ESO set. So it is better than Power Training Rogue a little bit. And in the last position, you have this Archives that I do not fully recommend for Thanos, since skill cooldown is not going to be an issue. So that's for the ESO set, guys. For the custom gear here, this is the wrong custom gear for Thanos, honestly, guys. At least for the way we're actually running Thanos in Alliance Battle Extreme in this video. This is not a good obelisk for him. You'll want to go with critical damage obelisk with increased damage plus, or critical rate obelisk with increased damage plus, or the optimal and optimal obelisk. It will be critical damage with critical rate and increased damage plus. Immune to guard break, honestly, is not needed for Thanos in Alliance Battle Extreme. If you time your attack properly, you will never get kicked out of your 5th skill. I think I get kicked out like once every 10-15 run with my account when I use the 5th skill. So it's really not important to have immune to guard break on Thanos. And next we're going to get this look at the stats on the uniform. Here's the uniform option, guys. The uniform is mythical. First gear, we set a skill cooldown to max your skill cooldown. That's what I was talking about earlier. If you do not need the skill cooldown, you can always put attack speed, even though that it doesn't matter much. Then in the second gear, you want to go with physical attack. Obviously, all the rest is useless for Thanos. A third gear, if you need in your defense, go in your defense. If you need skill cooldown, go skill cooldown. Or if you don't need either of them, well, you should switch your stuff around to need them, so you can put a useful stat here and but more offensive build on your either 4th gear or your the 4th gear is not important. There's no useful stats. You could put dodge, and that's all defense. That's pretty much it. And the last gear, usually people will go with either all attack or physical attack, but because this build actually have a big lack of critical damage, we went with critical damage to bring that critical damage as high as possible. So that is pretty much that for all the stats, guys. Now if we take a quick look at the skill rotation, skill rotation is pretty simple for Thanos. First, when you open the fight, what you're going to do is you're going to wait to actually attack. You're going to dodge the meteor and go around the beast to make sure that all the mobs come close enough to the beast. Then you're going to use your team up button if you have a bunny on your team. Then you're going to cancel into 5, then you're going to get your huge starting damage. Then that's actually going to be your rotation the full time. When you start with your 4 or team up, cancel into 5, then you're going to pop 1, cancel it right away with 2. You let your 2 chain, then depending when your pros happen, you're going to chain with your 4, cancel 5. Basically what you want to do is to count 7 seconds between when the press was activated to the next time you're going to press skill number 4. So as soon as you press your skill number 4, you will have the orbs that go up in the air. You want the 5 orbs to pop before you actually cancel into 5. So that's pretty much your rotation. Now if your damage plus get out of sync, because you want the damage plus on the 5th skills, obviously. If your damage plus get out of sync, it is a pretty easy fix. If your damage plus is late, like you just pop your 5th skills, it did not happen, well, you do not attack. You just kite around, try to bring your meteor bar up. Then as soon as your 5th skill is like 1.5 seconds away from being ready again, you go with your 4th skill, then cancel with your 5th skills, and your damage plus most likely is going to be back on your 5th skill. Now if your damage plus actually happened early, happen on the second skills? Well, you gotta wait to use your fourth and fifth skills again. So as soon as the damage plus happen, if it happen on the second skills, you're gonna count 7 seconds in your head. Yeah, that sucks. You're gonna count your 7 seconds while doing, other abilities or counting around. A good way is to, to not get stunned and stuff like that. You're going to do like 3-4 seconds with the second skills. Then you're going to use third skill to jump around and dodge some meteor. You're going to pop your shield again with the first skills. Then you should be around ready to use your fourth skill and cancel into 5 for the 7 seconds difference. So that's pretty much how you fix your damage plus with Thanos. You'll see I lose my damage plus in the run we're going to see shortly. I do all those things I just said. It's the way you fix your damage plus, and that's pretty much it, guys. So I hope that this guide was actually helpful. If you have any question, any comments, there's a comment section below the video. You have my Discord ID in the description of the video. You have my Facebook in the description of the video, so you can contact me or you can comment in the video section, and I will come back to you with hopefully a proper answer to your question, guys. So next we're gonna watch the video, guys, and I hope that you are enjoying this video. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and watch the ads on the video to help support the channel.